Well, welcome back to Ucore's channel, Securing North America's Critical Metal Industry. And joining to discuss the recent geopolitics, obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty moving into 2025. Of course, we have Pat, the CEO, joining first and foremost. Welcome, sir.
Hey, pleased to be here.
No, always a pleasure to get you back on. So there's been, again, a lot of geopolitical tension. We've been seeing this, especially with the CHIPS Act and what's been going on with China on some export bans, but now we're getting potential tariff wars. How does all of this play into critical minerals, and what does it kind of mean for Ucore?
Yeah, absolutely. On December 2nd, the Biden administration announced that they were going to have further restrictions on chips and chip making machinery. And it was seen as a matter of national security for the US to protect sort of its turf. But on December 3rd, the very next day, China announced that they were putting an export ban immediately on gallium and germanium, both used in chip manufacturing, national defense, new energy. So a geopolitical retaliation immediately after the Biden administration announced that they were going to pull back on semiconductors. So when you look at that, I think the Western world's finally waking up to the fact that these critical minerals are really the oil of the 20th century. In fact, it's probably more serious than the oil of the 20th century and the struggles and the battles that went on to try to get control of oil. Critical minerals control the 21st century energy going forward. They control national defense, security, supply chains. And the Western world's just waking up to that. You've got a new administration coming in, and the Trump administration has announced during its campaign run-up that they were looking at putting added tariffs on China, 60% plus. There's already an EV ban or an EV tariff of 100% on any EV coming into America. But the 60% ban on any Chinese import coming into America creates a further geopolitical tension. With control of mining by China, 70% of rare earth mining being controlled by China, and 85% of refining and processing being controlled by China, the Trump administration is going to have to move quickly in order to secure those Western supply chains, or we're really going to be in a very dangerous, precarious geopolitical war that's going to go back and forth. And China, quite frankly, holds an upper hand here. So it's a very serious national emergency. In fact, in 2020, it was announced that this, in fact, the rare earth battle and the security of rare earth is a national emergency. So very heightened now with the new administration coming in.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate all that clarity, and I wouldn't mind kind of getting a clear view of how Ucore kind of plays a specific role in solving some of these issues.
Yeah, sure. I mean, mining is one thing, and as mines and new projects are up and coming around the Western world right now, there's really no place for refining and separation to take place. And that key processing, that 85% is controlled by China right now, is crucial. So in May of 2020, Ucore had purchased Innovation Metals Corp. We've invested millions of dollars in developing that technology, and it was for a very smart reason. That was that separating and refining of rare earth minerals is needed in that mid-market. That unlocks the mining side of things, meaning as mines develop in the US, hopefully, with lesser restrictions on mining when the Trump administration comes on board, in South America, Australia, they'll have an avenue to bring critical minerals into a processing facility that can then get turned into metals and alloys and magnets and different things used for technology to make it all happen. So the technology that Ucore's invested in has been a very smart play. It's needed to break that 85% grip that China currently has. And it's really it's not a lean manufacturing like solvent extraction is in China right now. They've got massive control, but it's more of a 21st century digital manufacturing, flexible work cells, the ability to stop and start and address market needs as they grow. China has a massive 40-year advantage. They've got massive scale. In order to fight that, you've got to have very flexible, nimble manufacturing. And again, 21st century digital manufacturing does that. The Rapid SX technology that Ucore's invested in brings that forward. It'll help unlock these critical minerals. The West desperately needs it right now.
Yeah, no, on that note, I'll definitely pass it off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section below, and consider subscribing because when News Catalyst in 2025 starts coming into play, we're going to bring it all to you right here. So on that note, we look forward to catching you in the next one.